Can Zeke deke again? I'm Jonathan Coachman. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, Ezekiel Elliott, fresh off 100 yards a week ago, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Green Bay Packers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the Red Rifle. From TCU, it's Andy Dalton.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Play action here with Dalton. And incomplete to open things up. And let's take a look at the Bears offense.
DeAndre Hopkins was named All-Pro for the first time in 2017 and really don't have to do much but look at the statistics to know why. 4 touchdown grabs in 2016, jumped that up to 13 in 2017. That led all NFL receivers. Also added in 96 catches and close to 1,400 yards. DeAndre Hopkins' ability to get free in the secondary is a marvel, mainly because of head fakes and body control.
And Dalton to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for Jarius Wright that time. But it'll be second down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. McCaffrey. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. To throw on third down. Dalton, and that's knocked away and incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. On fourth down, on is the punter, Colby Wadman. Back deep, Golden Tate. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
You can't block me.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan. Line of scrimmage is the 8 on 2nd and 8. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. The numbers for Zeke from last week. He was, without a doubt, one of the catalysts in that victory.
And he can really be the glue that makes this offense go, because when defenders have to commit to stopping him, that just opens up more opportunities in the passing game.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw with Brady. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Brady. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, you got 3 down, 3 down.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Dalton here from the gun. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. To throw again on second down. Brady. Philip Dorsett holds it in. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. A first down carry by Elliott. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. On second down, Elliott. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, first and 10. And they're going jet sweep. Here's Tate looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle. Throwing on second down. Brady. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. On first down, it's Elliott. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the Bears.
From the 39, Brady, and it's incomplete. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Brady. And Tate's got it. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. This is Elliott. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Those passes out that far make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On second down, McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The Bears on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Andy Dalton. Hard throw, incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Wait, that 29. Alpha. 59. Mike to 59. Stay with your man. When he hit. When he hit.
They start on the ground with Elliott. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Check 52.
10th carry now for Elliott. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. The 2nd down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded at the 33. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
On the ground, McCaffrey. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. is Dalton. And he rifles one incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Dalton. Got a man, it's right. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. 2nd and 10. Dalton once more. And he whips that one incomplete there. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. And it's third down. On third down, Dalton. Wright's got it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This will be Dalton again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. B.J. Hill able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Dalton now to pass. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. The Bears on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. So Dalton now looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. Bullock's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. He was brought down by Michael Davis. On second down, it's Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. The Packers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Brady going to throw. Dorsett making the catch. A gain of 8 and a first down.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Brady, 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
Switch.
Elliott. No, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football.
Let's go.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Elliott. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From just shy of midfield, Brady, he completes it to Tate. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Brady, he's got him in, complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's got his man. This is Tate. 13 yards, first down, Packers. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Brady. And Stills bringing it in. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Now Brady. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Tucker's kick is good. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And some space here. And how about that for just running out the clock? Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The final act of the first half. Dalton. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here are the Packers now to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well.
Right, set, 29, Alpha. Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Alpha.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. That one complete to Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. On play action, now Brady. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Brady now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now left side on the swing pass. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll run with Elliott, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Brady now to throw. And that is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives have bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. But now it's 3rd down.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Now it's Tate. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync, because early in the game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to, but as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing now is Brady. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Brady. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Onto the field now come the Bears. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. And Dalton to throw. And this one complete to Smith. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Going deep for Hopkins. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 37. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. And even 40 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lawrence Guy gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. You never want to give up a sack. And from the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Going deep for Hopkins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here comes the Bears punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
He was brought down by 52.
You got nothing.
It's a gain of 3.
You got nothing.
50.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. But now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here. I'm sure as a coach, when you throw the flag, you hold your breath, then you get the verification you were right, a sigh of relief.
Not only a sigh of relief, a little vindication as well, because
And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
Meanwhile, here's a shot for the end zone right away, but it's incomplete. 2nd down and goal. Dalton got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And the lead is down to 2.
Next to score, Packers 12,
Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They go to Elliott again. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. To throw is Brady. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Shotgun now for Brady. And Walker has it. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Brady. And he finds Stills. Complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 36.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. Again, it's Brady. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Brady to throw. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that's going to up the lead to 15-10. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams and the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number one receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This will be Dalton again. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. They'll wind up with 3 yards out of that, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 30. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Another chance for Dalton. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Andy Dalton. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. No, third down. 3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? Complete to right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
And the challenge pays dividends. The ref overturns the play.
Everyone gets a bonus on this one, Brandon. The coach upstairs who signaled down and said challenge it, and the head coach for pulling the red flag.
Well, just kicking a field goal there, that's a decision that could be open to second guessing. You know, you're trying to get back within a field goal, but it didn't work out as planned.
And now you're banking on your defense to be motivated enough to get out there and get the ball back for you. I think if that ball goes through the post, the defense is naturally motivated, even elevated in their mission. Now they've got to find a way to dig down deep and get it done.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Alabama.
Now Elliott. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He was brought down by Patrick Onwuasor. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Where's he? 53!
Now Brady on the bootleg. His throw incomplete. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He shakes him off. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Yeah, and that play was pretty well doomed right from the start. The pressure was really affecting him. Collapsed everything in the pocket. He had to move around, try to get it downfield. Incomplete.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Getting ready to go again, here's Andy Dalton marching back onto the field. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all, and that's exactly what he's done. Love seeing that happen simply because you know a guy.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. So what can the Bears do here as they'll go for 2? From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals, just something magical about breaking that barrier.
He's right there on the doorstep now. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions. Have him looking at 3rd and 10. Brady now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition in practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. Well, it's hard to put your finger on whether this is something to celebrate or something maybe the offense is embarrassed by. But that's now 6 field goals he's made in this game alone.
Yeah, he's bailed him out quite a bit so far. But it's very comforting to know that you have a kicker that's got your back.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually,
blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. So Dalton now. He's got Smith here. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw here, Dalton. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by Patrick Robinson. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on here to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. The tackle made by Todd Davis. They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott, 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Boy, Charles, what a critical call in a tie game late.
You want to have the tight coverage. You don't want to cause the penalty. Pass interference in this case, remember, it's a yardage foul in the NFL, a spot foul where it occurs.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, He might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Here's Brady. He finds and he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check pass. Check pass. Check. 53 is mine. 53 is mine. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Again to Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
53! Here we go. Switch. Rip.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Elliott, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. He may try and run for this. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And this one is right down the middle. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So it's a drive that ends in 3, and I know that line sounds familiar. It's because I've said it 7 times now, and that leaves him 1 short of the NFL record of 8 field goals in 1 game.
It has been a lot of settling for 3, but I tell you what, it's nice to know that you have someone this reliable to turn to.
Dalton and the offense now. Down by a field goal, a little over 50 seconds remaining. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 40 yards. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. The 20. And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. So they were in field goal range, chance to go to overtime, got greedy going for the win. Do you think maybe on the sideline they felt compelled to go for that win?
Sometimes that's what happens because as a head coach, you have to take the pulse of your team. You have to know where you are and how they're feeling. And maybe he thought, we've got to win it right now. Overtime, we might not have anything left for that. So maybe that's why they went for it and pressed it.
Unfortunately, it backfired. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Mike 58 right there. We own them. We own them.
Dalton right back on the horse after the pick six. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And that will write a finish to this ball game. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Green Bay, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.